When Paele Kiakona knew his hometown of Lahaina was burning, his first thought was of his grandmother alone in her house.
I had to ride about 3 miles on a bicycle because there was so much traffic to get into town to go and save my grandmother from her home.
Kekai Keahe was one of the first people to go back into Lahaina to deliver critical supplies to his neighbors. He says that trip involved passing the bodies of people who died in the fire.
It's going to be hard for me, even after we revealed, to go through the neighborhood and not remember what we saw and what we smelled and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know if I ever going to get past that.
Both men share a concern over how the initial response to the fire was handled. That includes the fact that the sirens in place to warn people of a disaster were never activated. Maui's Emergency Management Agency administrator defended the decision not to sound the siren warning system, saying it's a protocol for tsunamis, signaling to people to move away from the ocean and head to higher ground. In this case, potentially sending them into the fire.
But they got to give us a little bit more credit. I think a little bit smarter than that. You know, when we have hurricanes, we have tsunamis, yeah, we have sirens. But we already knew there was a fire on the hill.
If we gave them just a little bit more time, maybe people could have run from the areas that they were burnt from, you know. Maybe, who knows? But every effort should have been put in place to try and save lives.
Maui Emergency Chief Herman Andaya resigned this week amid criticism over his decision, citing health reasons. While the search continues for more than 1,000 people still unaccounted for, there are visible signs of attempts to reconnect Lahaina and restore basic services. But Kekai Keahi says he remains frustrated that he and his neighbors are not part of the conversation of how best to help the people of Lahaina.
I use this analogy with a lot of other people, saying that, you know, they're having their meetings at the table and I invite us to the table, but they forget that we own the table. It's our table they're sitting at.
We would rather not work on two separate teams. You know, we should all be on the same team, and that is to protect Lahaina, to protect our people, and get people back in their homes as soon as possible.
What many Lahaina residents we spoke with agree on is the impact that countless numbers of volunteers are having on relief efforts, and the outpouring of support that's tough to miss. Greg Navarro, CGTN, Lahaina.